Hi, so today we're going to work on having happy feet. So we worked on the wrists and the hands, and another area that, we are always using is our feet for walking, dancing, exercise, whatever you do, we always use our feet. So I'm gonna give you some very simple and quick tips on how to keep our feet healthy. Like before, there are contraindications to any type of body work, and those would be anything dealing with heart conditions, anything that has to do with drainage or lymphatic system. If you have trouble with moving your toxins out of your body, and you're on or if you're on any sort of medication for anything, please consult with your doctor first to make sure that these practices are safe for you. And I'm not a medical doctor, so anything that I go over in this video are just things that I've learned as a massage therapist. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you find these practices effective for you, and thank you for watching. So today's check-in is a mindfulness check-in. Instead of breath work, we're just gonna focus on our thoughts and the ways in which we think about our body. So oftentimes when we're in pain, we might say things like, I hate my body, or my body is always doing this to me, or I don't feel like doing anything. But I want us to kind of change the way we think about our bodies, and instead of having negative thoughts about your body, I want you to start questioning and asking your body why it's in pain. And that's a part of why we do body work, is because we're first looking for what's causing the pain, and then from there, the best way to treat it. So as we're scanning through our body, like particularly we're gonna be working on the feet today, if there's a certain area of the foot that's always bothering you, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. One, when does it hurt? So thinking, does it hurt when I wake up in the morning? Does it hurt when I'm walking? Does it hurt at the end of the day when I'm finished with all of the things that I've done? And then think about what you wish you could do, but you're not able to because of the pain you're in. So this will also help to understand how you're approaching your body. And then from there, we can start thinking about what we can do to help alleviate the pain. So today we're mostly going to focus on the ankle and the sole of the foot. As you can see, the calf muscles are really big and meaty because they are the ones that are responsible for helping us walk and a lot of other things that we need those big meaty muscles for, like kicking. But as you can see, it narrows to form the ankle. So the ankle really bears a lot of weight. Same with the sole of the foot. So let's get started. What you're going to do is you're always gonna use two hands. So one hand is called the mother hand, and that's the hand that's used to stabilize the foot. So if you're right-handed, I like to use the mother hand as the left hand, and then I like to do the actual reflexology or the work that I'm gonna do with my working hand, which will be my right hand. I'm also gonna show you a few things that you can do using a wooden tool if you feel like you need more pressure, or you're uncomfortable using your fingers. So we'll do both, and I'll show you how to do that. So first, we're just going to do some stretching with the ankle. So I'm just going to pull my foot forward and back. So I'm stretching the top of the foot and back. Then with my working hand, I'm just gonna grab the tops of my toes. If you want even more of a stretch, you can put your fingers between your toes. My toes are very close together, so it does help stretch, but for this, I'm just going to take the top and using my mother hand on the bottom just to hold the foot in place. And then I'm gonna reverse and do the other way. So around the ankle, sometimes you can just shake with both hands. And then around the bone to the outside of the big toe, you can just use your thumb and go around in circles. Then I'm gonna bring my thumb and my hand and cuff it behind, and just gonna pull. Pulling back towards the ankle. This also can help to reduce any kind of inflammation you might be feeling at the end of the day if your ankles are stiff. There is a technique that you can use using your thumb. You're going to place the palm of your hand on top of your foot, your thumb kind of where this flat part begins. So you have this ridge here, then you have a flat part. And this is called the solar plexus area of the foot if you're following reflexology. And this really helps to open the diaphragm and to help with deep breathing. So you just put your thumb in the center of that indent here, right underneath the ridge. And then you pull your hand back and then over the thumb. And you do this back and forth along that ridge. So underneath those big bones where it's flat. And this is just a gentle relaxation technique that you can do. And it doesn't just relax your feet, but it relaxes your whole body. So you can do that a few times. So right now what I like to do is I'm just going to the center of the meaty part of the bottom of my foot and just taking my thumbs and spreading away, just to create space in between all the bones in my feet. Because when you're walking all day, things may get swollen or tight. This just helps to bring space again to your feet. And another technique is just going like this. So this is where the tool comes in. If you do not want, or if you feel like you're not getting enough pressure, you can use a tool like this. So I'm going to use this part that would kind of be the same as if I was using like the side of my thumb. And I'm just going to glide up using the tool. Plus, some people think feet are gross. I'm not. I love feet. But if you're someone that doesn't really like touching your feet or anyone else's, these tools can create a barrier, so you're still getting a nice massage, but you don't actually have to touch your foot. So there's different angles. You can use all the different angles. I actually ordered this on Amazon, but it came from Thailand, and then they sent me two, which was really nice of them. I think they just forgot that they sent me the other. Now I'm using this pointier one, which would be similar to using the point of your thumb, but I like more of that point. And I'm just massaging up. And if you just look up massage tools, you'll see something like this. I think wood is good, so that's why I got the wooden tool, but they have all different kinds. So now I'm gonna go to the top of my foot. I'm still gonna hold it even though it's on the floor. And I'm using my tool to just glide back. So now I'm gonna take my thumb, my two thumbs, and I'm gonna massage in between my big toe and my first toe. It always feels really good for me. But you also wanna open whatever you work on one side of your foot, you wanna do the same thing to complement on the other side, because all the muscles work together. So I'm just gliding, and I like to glide in between the bones. So you know when you feel a bone because it's hard. And as you can see, when you're going in between the bones, you can go deeper. So I'm finding in between the bones so I can go a little deeper. And lastly is when we will take, now I'm gonna switch my mother hand and use my right hand as my mother hand, and then my working hand as my left hand. It's harder for me, like I said, my toes are very close together, but I'm trying to get my fingers in between my toes to give a good stretch, which is especially nice, and just a rotation. And the opposite way. So now I'm just using two hands to kind of stretch my foot in two different directions, down towards the ground and in towards my body at the same time. So it's like a gentle twist. So all the things we just did on the right foot, you can do the same thing on the left foot, because you don't want to just do one foot. Even if the one foot feels okay, like it's good to just do whatever you do to one side, do on the other side. So if you'd like to know which books I used today, I'm always going to be using the Pocket Anatomy and Physiology book, and today I was looking at the muscles of the posterior leg, along with the tendons of the ankles and the bottom of the foot. Another book that I referenced today was Better Health with Foot Reflexology. So this is a course that I took. I don't recommend just jumping into reflexology without taking a course with a certified teacher, but if you are someone that's interested in learning more about reflexology and want to know about the history behind it and what its foundations are, I recommend this book. Each chapter is devoted to a different body system, and it tells you what areas of the foot are correlated with that body system. And in the back, there's just really awesome, easy to follow maps. And this awesome little tool. So I like using this tool when my fingers are fatigued, my hands are fatigued, but also it just provides another type of texture and sensation to your practice and can help you go deeper times when you're not able to go as deep with your hands. And I think they're beautiful. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you found what we worked on to be effective for you and helpful in any kind of pain that you're feeling. So my tips for today are, for self-care, tip number 1, checking in with your body and asking questions. Don't just tell yourself that you hate your body and have all these negative thoughts, but try to ask questions and find out information about what's causing pain, when, and what you'd like to be able to do that you're not currently able to do. Second, I just showed you some relaxation and stretching techniques that you can do on your own using reflexology techniques. So thank you for watching. I hope that your feet are feeling happy, your ankles are dancing, and I hope to see you again next time. Please subscribe to my channel, Love Letters to Myself, and check out my website for additional journal entries and reflections on our relationship with our bodies and self-care tips. And I love you. Bye.